A very special thank you to everybody who tunes in to the Justin Podcast. And I also want to give a special thanks to all my sponsors.
Geico presents sharing versus oversharing. Yesterday, Cliff Sora shared a top 10 list of hot fusion restaurants, a vegan gluten-free mashup recipe, and a podcast featuring organic food trends. Oh, TMI, too much internet information. That's oversharing. Cliff, Geico has something worth sharing with your friends. Like how on Geico.com you could save hundreds on your car insurance, update your policy, and report a claim. Gluten-free info that's easy to swallow. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
So it's the new year, and everybody is trying to get more fit nowadays. And with Blue Apron, that there is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Apron's slogan is, give the gift of home cooking. That's right, these guys have home-cooked meals that are delivered, ready to be cooked, already prepared, at your doorstep. You can get your delivery when it's convenient for you. So that means there's no commitment. And there's even personalized menus. You can select from their 2-person or family plans. And you can tell us, you can tell Blue Apron your dietary preferences, and they'll personalize the menus that you receive. They have convenient deliveries. Ingredients are carefully packaged in a refrigerated box so food stays fresh even when you're not home during the delivery. You want to add anything to that, RJ? That's blueapron.com. See site for details.
He's a pioneer and the voice for XTV East Coast. He's an XTV Hall of Famer. And now, Justin Turkey Legs brings his famous voice to the podcast world. This is Justin's
Welcome
podcast.
Everybody, to another year here. 2017, and this is another episode of Justin's Podcast. And up here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, I got my blinds closed. I usually have them open during this, during my podcast, but it's beautiful either way. It's 30-something degrees out here, so we finally got us a nice little cold front. I'm sitting up here in my sweatshirt and my sweatpants. And I just now finished watching the 1992 Royal Rumble. Man, life was good. A few things on my mind this week. NXTV is coming up soon. The 006 podcast, ladies and gentlemen, was I guess a success. I was there. I was a part of it. I don't think Alec expected it to go quite the way it went, but nonetheless, something came of it, and we look forward to uploading that on the XTV East Coast channel. It's definitely a great, great avenue for the Choffers to be able to, get all the antics and stuff out there. It's crazy how huge that family is, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it was always a big family, but it has actually grown, throughout the years, and it was just absolute, complete chaos. Got a lot of respect for Alec. He's definitely shown a whole lot of maturity in my book over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that this podcast is going to be a recording that I did back in 2016. I sat with Jay Baby, and people have this idea that me and Jay Baby got issues or whatever. The truth is, I don't have issues, and the things that I may have said about him being not quite there yet. That's not a knock to him. A lot of people I feel have great potential, but they just are not quite there yet. And I think I think he's a great talent, and like I said, I think he got so much potential. And this interview that I had with him is actually a pretty good interview. I sat with him for about, close to 40 minutes. Had a little surprise guest appearance show up in there towards the end of this podcast. And yeah, this is a previous recording, as I mentioned. XTV East Coast has been busy with the NXTV talents during the filming of MKXTV. That's right, Mortal Kombat X guys have shown up here. You've seen on the 2GN, Jax and Johnny Cage, and they've got their daughters here nowadays, and they are going to be playing a pretty important role in this upcoming Mortal Kombat project. And I think it's going to be something that's definitely going to hit the ball out the park in regards to East Coast programming. I think it's something that everybody's going to enjoy. In fact, Romy had showed a little clip on his show there, and it got quite the response, and that was only like 5 minutes or so. The finished product is rumored to be around about an hour and a half or so. I'm not so sure exactly. I'm not really a part of that project. I just know that there are people who I'm very close to that are a part of that project. I don't want to give no names out. On these things we always be name dropping, and sometimes that could be your detriment. But nonetheless, it's quite an interesting project, and it's one of those things that was not supposed to be, something that was drawn out and worked on for a long, long time. But when you want something to be good, it's gotta be there. It's gotta be that. And so I think that the guys in production over there learned very quickly that they were gonna have to put forth some effort to make it entertaining. It's a great story that is being told, though, and I plan on being able to interview some of the cast members from that particular project, because I think that it'd be wise to be able to explain what exactly is going on before this thing drops, as the young people say. I listened to the Meal podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I think that it's a good, it's good fun. It's something different. It's a different type of podcast. He was there with David B-Boy live in Blackpool. They had a Q&A session. I was there in the audience. I didn't get up and say nothing. I just sat there and watched it. And it was different. Millennium he's different. He's different from my thing. His podcast, he likes to, try to create a different environment. And, when I listen to his podcast, in comparison, they all do have like a different feel. And, I try to keep mine very verbatim, but, I like his style. And the live one with B-Boy, I found it to be very funny. It's a good feel. It was New Year's, and it was a great way to open up the new year. So if you haven't checked that out, it's definitely something worth giving a look there. I think that's pretty much it, though. It was a great Christmas season. I had an awesome Christmas. I know I haven't uploaded a show in a couple weeks, but it's just been that, the whole fucking, Christmas and New Year's, and then now this week we got the new project going on. So it might be a while before I'm able to sit here and record and do interviews. And so that's why I'm going on ahead and dropping this one. If I haven't mentioned that, I'm dropping this one with J Baby. And, over the next course of the next few weeks, I'll be, uploading some of the older stuff that I've already done. Interviews with Ada. I got Big Trunks D-Matic, 90%. A few other guys in there that I'm probably not thinking about right now, but I definitely got content that is for this type of situation, just in case I got into a bind and I wasn't able to dish out podcasts as fast as I would like to. I got backup, and it shouldn't be too many more weeks. The goal is to have that project done by February, and then I'll be rolling in with a plethora of new guests. I got Mike Tenay coming up soon. King Kong is going to be coming up. I got Beast, Kim Shi Naji, Taka Naji, Jordan Strong, and Kareem Strong. Jackson Sonia. So many more people, ladies and gentlemen. So, stay tuned over the next few weeks. Still great content, great interviews. It's that good stuff that you always love, and I appreciate it so much right over here at the Justin's Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. And, I'll tell you one thing before we get into this thing with J Baby. I'll tell you one thing that I enjoy, and that's a good night's sleep. That's right. And over Christmas, my wife gave me the gift that keeps on giving. Because when I'm in my truck at work, man, I can't help but think about the great night of sleep that I had on my brand new Boll and Branch sheets. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you go to bollandbranch.com, BOLL and Branch, and boy, I tell you, they're going to take you to this website that has the most comfortable sheets. They made out of this modal fabric, that's supposed to be like, even softer than cotton. And, it's like the highest quality, and they got it for a very affordable price. I've heard rumors that, presidents of the United States, 3 separate presidents, have ordered and slept on these particular mattresses. And when you get them, I'll tell you what, you see why, man, because this ain't your everyday night of sleep. It's definitely something that just takes you to a whole nother level. I find myself just rubbing up against it just because it's just so soft. I tell you, boy. And when you making some sweet love, I tell you one thing, that's just another element that just adds to the sensation. But all y'all married folks out there, y'all already know what I'm talking about. If you ordered from Boll and Branch, that's bollandbranch.com. See subject for details. Man, this is a long lunch line. I sure can't wait to eat my breakfast this morning. Hey, man, you punched me on my butt?
Yeah.
Stop, Cardell. Hey, man, while you waiting in line, eat this Snicker, man. Why? Because you'll be at the extra when you hungry. Better. You're not yourself when you're hungry. Why wait? Have a Snickers. I'm very excited about the guest who I have today. I'm always excited when I have a West Coast guy with me. And this is a man who got his start in XTV, correct me if I'm wrong, around about 2010 or 2009.
10.
Yeah,
definitely was 10, man, definitely.
2010, in that pack, brand new guys.
Yeah.
And the oddest member of Trap City, considering that, he's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
He's loved. I mean, there's some guys in Trap City that's loved, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with J Baby.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's good to be here, man.
J Baby, man, it's good to have you here.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing, man.
I wanted to have you on my podcast, because you're one of the guys, who don't get to say that much, but
that, dog. A lot of times they just think that we're just supposed to play a background, And we're not supposed to say anything, you know what I mean? But I got a lot on my chest.
Well, nobody really think that, it's all about, putting yourself out there, but it's hard for a guy like you to, get a chance to, be on the forefront, so to speak, when, you got people, like Romy and DT standing in front of you, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of...
but it ain't even that, man. I'm glad to, you open it up like that. I've always felt, and that's why I thank you, Justin. You're the legend, and you invited me to your podcast. I always felt like it was this long-standing beef with a certain somebody, the second dude to have a podcast. Y'all already know his name. I just always felt this sort of animosity, and he kind of hinted towards that on one of the recent podcasts he did.
I heard
he was just like, I think he said it ain't no beef, but he never called me to be on his podcast, but. It's all good. It ain't no beef here, man. You know what I mean? That ain't what I do. But, that's all I really wanted to just say that, thank you for letting me be on this, because,
absolutely.
I don't think I would have got a chance to be on his.
Yeah, well, it's just like that, and I mean, let's be honest, with it all on the table, and I will be having Bill Hunter and RJ. I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, that would be a good show. So I will. Yes, Bill Hunter, you are invited. You and RJ, we'll sit down, we'll chit chat. But I'm not.
That dude's a fool, man. That dude's definitely a fool. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I am not. I repeat, am not having Bob in the same vicinity as me. We'll talk on the phone. But it ain't about Bob. I'm sure you know him. And J Baby. First of all, I want to start out by talking about your name. You J Baby, but you didn't always start out as J Baby. In fact, you had to change your name from J Rock.
Oh yeah. 2010. You know what I mean? Is when I first came. I first came with a group. And we had a song. A lot of people in XTV don't remember it, but we had a little song, and I remember Bob was laughing real hard at it.
Take My Money?
No. That's Jodeci.
An original song.
Yeah. We had an original song. Soup don't really remember. I'm gonna be honest, but it was me and it was two other dudes from my school, and we used to just sing. You know what I mean? We used to just do our thing. We did things at local talent shows and stuff. But I was J Rock. You know what I mean? Because I just thought that fit real well.
It did too.
It's kind of like it's kind of like what AVW said. During the developmental years of King Kong. He thought he made that up. You know what I mean? He thought that sounded real cool together, but he didn't. It's the same thing with J Rock. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. J Rock. Then we find out it's a rapper or something like that named J Rock.
Yeah, like, TDE, a very important rapper. Actually.
Yeah, and it's weird that's that happened. Us trying to but it's just weird that it happened like that. You know what I mean? And
did it again.
And I just said, man, forget it. I put J Bryan on my name. And once I did that,
I see.
Once I did that, that just stuck, and that took into a life of its own, and a lot of people took a liking to me. I did my little R&B shows. I came here with the R&B crowd success, and transferred that to XTV, and I didn't expect to be like that. I thought I was just that, cheesy, because Jazz Mar came before me.
Right.
Came in like 2009. And he had such a smash mouth style that, that's what XTV was used to. I wasn't what people were sure to. I was different. You know what I'm saying? And it's just amazing that people gravitated towards that.
Yeah, it is. Now talk a little bit about that, because you found your way in to XTV in 2010, and that was a hot list of brand new talent. You amongst Jazz Ma, Kareem was there. Who else came in the West Coast?
Naomi and Dominique came back.
Okay, but they weren't brand new though. You guys were brand new.
Well, as far as brand new, Chantel also came. Shout out to Baby Shan. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
She came that year. She did her thing. Held it down for a good while.
Yeah.
And Jazz came. Kareem was all. I believe he came. I believe he was fresh.
Kareem. Yeah, he was brand new.
It was a whole crowd.
There was a lot of brand new people.
That's why when
I guess.
Go ahead.
I guess you came under the Grandpa Joe regime when he was running things.
Yeah. You know, I actually forgot who was running that year on XTV West. It was just kind of a weird time because it felt like, you know, XTV programming it started to happen all of a sudden again. You know, like, not that we ever stopped doing XTV, but we had a lot that we was doing in 2010. Killer actually talked about that on his
the Actor Studio.
Yeah, he actually hinted on that, how a lot happened that year, like a lot. So that's why when it was Rookie of the Year, it's like, who's it gonna be? Because it was a whole crop of talent.
Right.
You know, MVP of the year. It's a whole crop of guys that did something incredible in 2010.
Yeah, and you know, you guys stand out like a whole lot more than the guys that came before you. I mean, because like you mentioned, Jazz's Smash Mouth style, and you actually had a, you know, what they call in the business like a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? But what I was alluding to was I was wondering, you know, what was it like? You know, days prior to XTV. I mean, how old were you when you first started? First of all,
Oh, 17.
So you were 17 when you first started in XTV.
Yeah.
So it's your first year. You coming fresh out of high school, and how was your success with the singing group and things like that?
Oh man, we were bringing in numbers. You know, it was just like talent shows. You know what I mean? Local talent shows. We doing our thing, singing. You know what I mean? At people's weddings and stuff. It's like, it just felt like we did one talent show, you know, and then next thing you know, we invited to weddings, funerals to sing, and weird stuff, you know what I mean? And it was like, we were just all over the place. But at the end of the day, I think the conflicting schedules, you know what I mean, is what kind of like killed the group.
So you guys didn't go to college and stuff?
No, we were just we believed in a dream of you know, doing this thing.
Yeah.
And once we graduated, we really wanted to practice on that on our own. And if all else failed, like I had one homeboy, he wanted to go to the Navy. You know, the other dude, he was gonna play ball. You know, shout out to G. You know, he probably playing ball now actually. But me, you know, I stayed on the music. I've always been fascinated with music. When I was young, I played the piano. I've always been multi-talented, you know, and you know, through my little just being by myself, making random songs, doing my music, D-Tay came up to me, and he, you know, at this point, he was just like, coming up, he was just like, hey, Bill, I see that you're doing your thing out here, man, you know, I want you to do a song with me. And I said, what song you want me to do? He said, hey, man, just say, she like that tape, she like that tape, you know.
Oh, yeah?
And, yep, he wanted me to do that, and that's actually how y'all got to see on the East Coast, you know, because D-Tay.
But you was already around?
Yeah, with the R&B group, you know what I mean?
Oh.
But see, I wasn't, you know, it was a group. We all meshed well. We all did our thing. Right. So it wasn't no standout
and
guy.
you got chose.
Yeah,
by D-Tay.
Yeah, because after a while, remember the group disbanded and everybody went their own record.
Got you. I'm with you.
And D-Tay was just like, you know, I'm still doing my music thing, still love my music, and D-Tay found me. You know, while I'm still doing my thing, he wanted me to do the she like that tape, she like that tape, you know, and that really blew up. And that was a surprise, I mean, because here's D-Tay, you know, he was really hot at this point in 2010 with him and Romy making people laugh. You know, he want me on his thing.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you definitely did, and you even answered my next question, which was going to be, you know, how you got involved with Trap City. So what ends up happening is but I mean, expand on that. I mean, so D-Tay picks you up, you do that tape, and then what happens from there?
It blew up like crazy, and
it was big.
People really wanted to know more of J Baby. I think Bob said in 2010, like, I want to see that dude come to XTV. You know, I really mesh well. I think it was him. You know. And believe it or not, it actually took
Bobby getting a lot of credit, and I'm not so sure if, you know, it
took me a minute to make myself though, cause like we really wanted to capture that R&B look, you know what I'm saying, to me, you know, on the game. But when I finally did it, I did it, and you know, I got into a feud with Yaki Najee. I didn't expect it. Yeah. I think it was a 4-way dance, and he thought I was trying to keep him from attacking somebody, something like this.
Okay.
It was like, you know, one of those weird Yaki moments, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Yaki get mad. He don't really, that's the thing about Yaki, he don't have beef with nobody, but, you know, he'll go off on anybody.
Exactly. And, you know, I was one of those guys that he went off on.
Yeah.
And he beat me with ladders and all that, and that was the first guy that, you know, this guy has a problem with me.
Yeah.
You know?
So that was your first feud in XTV, Yagi?
Yep, it was him, and then the second one was B-Boy.
B-Boy?
Yeah, at the Crushmas.
Y'all had a rivalry?
Yeah, we had a bit of a rivalry. You know what I mean? And
where'd that stem from?
I forget what that stemmed from though.
Okay.
Like I remember we had fought though. I don't know. It probably was jealousy on his part. It probably was, you know, because like a lot of times when you're that new dude, it's like the old dudes. They feel like you taking their spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they feel like I've been here all these years and you just come here and you doing all this and you that successful that fast. No. You know, and it's jealousy a lot of times. So it's probably what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but it ain't no harsh feelings towards him.
Yeah. Or
his sister especially. She's very nice. I met her many times.
Oh yeah, well they both pretty cool, you know. But you know, B-Boy seems to rub people the wrong way a whole lot of times I see. And you know, the same thing with Foxy and the girls. I mean, when it came to competition, she even talked about how she didn't really have no beef with Ada, you know. But you know, it was just like that because of just the competition factor.
Yeah,
you know, and I think that they had that in common, you know, with their peers. They just rub them the wrong way a lot of times. But I thought that you and B-Boy had great matches.
Yeah, we had great matches. You know, we got great chemistry when we out there in that ring, you know, and that's the best way to work it out instead of just getting all violent and whatever. You know, we had a good match, you know, at Crushmas.
Yeah.
And that was big for me because Crushmas, that's the WWE pay-per-view, you know what I mean, that
right.
wound up being in XTV, so it was like I kind of got my taste of what I used to watch when I was younger, you know. I'm in the WWE and XTV, and I'm fighting in the first match. Everybody get to see what I'm doing.
Right.
So, yeah.
And you had the whole singing thing. You come down to the ring singing.
Yeah. That was fun, man. You know, I don't even remember what I sung, though. I remember my first theme music.
Wasn't it Take My Money? Or
nah,
that was later?
Yeah. I forget, because we couldn't find that song for the longest. Jodeci Fiendin', you know. And
I
used to always sing that song though. That's why y'all probably think that. I used to always go, take my money.
Yeah, that's right.
You got fans out the window there, man.
Yeah, oh man.
My house and my car.
Every time we have a special guest
like
of your caliber, you know, can't keep him away. You might even see Trump's come in actually.
Look like he's trying to climb the ladder right now.
I don't know why. He act like he never seen you before. You know. But where was I? Oh yeah, Trap City. You got you with DT. So I mean that's weird though. DT, I guess he just hit you up. I guess he looking for talent. So he know about you. I guess you know because your name is getting big, and so we hear about you. You guys link up for the song.
Yeah.
And what was it like when you like? How did you? I mean, because you guys just did a song, but you wasn't necessarily affiliated with Trap City. So how did you become a member?
Just being around them enough, Romy and DT and them,
and
they just really believed in my talent. You know, I feel like Romy and DT both don't get credit enough for discovering talent. You know what I mean? They discovered you actually, Justin, like you were on a Buddha Monkey show.
Yeah, they got me. You got the whole cast.
Yeah, they really are good at it. They good at seeking something and saying this can be something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was just that. The dynamic of both of those, man, just saying, J Baby, you got a great future ahead of you. You got great talent, you got great chemistry, and you know, we want to sign you to Trap City.
Yeah.
Signed to Trap City, and you know, it was on from there. Me and Romy actually did a song that saved to I think one of the computers that
I know what song.
I forgot what she Pretty as a Picture actually.
Yeah, Pretty as a Picture.
You know, and that was crazy, you know.
Yep.
I just wish that we could like put the music out more, you know.
I hear you. It needs to be a lane for just XTV music in general, you know, and you know that's been talked about amongst the East Coast, you know, a lane.
Oh, that's been hinted at many times on XTV. That's why when DT did Trap City Productions, that channel, you know, that's what he was trying to do with it.
It's just already so much going on. It's kind of hard, but you know, that's a lane that whoever can, you know, put their tag on it, you know. It's all about having something, you know. It's all about either being affiliated with something that's hot or creating something that's hot. Back in the days, we used to have shows, you know, and your show is what made you. you know, and it's like nowadays, you know, like you with Trap City, but you know, you kind of play the backdrop, you know, as we talked about earlier, to Romy and DT, you know, you like second string kind of, and then you know you got like Steve-O and Cole behind you, but you know, with that dynamic of Trap City, you know, with it being all these different types of people, and they all, you know, especially Romy and DT, you know, to cut to the chase, you know, they can create heat, you know, and you know, when it gets, you know, when the going gets tough, what is it like for you sometimes, you know, being in the middle of that situation? And, you know, I mean, because everybody loves you, but, you know what I'm saying, like, at the time, they might hate DT or something like that.
What do you mean, like?
You know, just like say like what like with a Tavares Howard or anytime these like with Yosi or somebody, you know, like maybe I don't know, like, you know, anytime like there's some kind of a feud, you know, how do you find yourself
a feud within the group?
Not within the group, but like if somebody got a problem with the group.
Oh,
you know,
like
does that affect you in any kind of way? Like, you know, if somebody got a problem with DT and you know you might be friends with them, but you still got to stand up for your squad.
I try to stand up for my squad. Like I remember actually Summer Break 2011.
Yeah.
You know, I try I try not to be like that. You know what I mean? I never been a part of the gang type of culture. You know, I never really understood that because me and DT, you know, like we love each other and we love Trap City, and we don't want to show no harm. But anyway, that's Summer Break 2011. I remember, I think DT won and I poured champagne. I'm like, yeah, we won Trap City, but everybody else is like, yeah, fuck man, and you know, all this other different stuff. And you know, I just never been like that, you know, as far as like beefing with another group because my group has beef with that. You know, it just doesn't really make sense to me because at the end of the day, I came to XTV to show that I'm talented. You know, I didn't come to XTV for that. I didn't come to XTV for, you know, this group versus that group. I came to XTV to show that I am talented. I can sing, I can do the thing, the fighting, wrestling, whatever, you know, and I'm multi-talented, you know. And I feel like a lot of times, you know, with no disrespect to my crew, like that can take away from us is when it is beef with this crew and that crew, with this guy and that guy. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. And, you know, it's interesting because, you know, you find yourself, you know, like you don't ruffle nobody's feathers, but those guys do. However, on the contrary, you think that may be a part of the reason why you you know, probably ain't got to that level, to that high level, to that top level that, you know, that we know that you can be at.
At the end of the day, though, it's like I look at it like I'm playing my cards right. You know what I mean? And my blessing's coming. You know, it might take a while, it might take years, but I'm just not going to be that guy that gets into those type of situations, you know, where you got to fight this guy, get into it with this guy. I'm just going to really show my talent. You know, XTV is about talent at the end of the day, and that's what I'm going to provide people, great content, you know, and all that, and that's going to leave an impact. Like, I'm the guy that didn't get into it like that, you know, to make itself successful. I'm the guy that did my talent and was successful because of my talent. And, you know, I want to stand out in that way, and hopefully, you know.
Hey, guess who it is? It's Alec Joffer. That's right, and I'm coming with my brand new podcast. It's called the 006 Podcast with Alec Joffer. I'm going to be bringing all kinds of family members, all different types of guests, some of the retro guests that you like, but especially my favorite, the West Coast guests. We're going to get to the bottom line of all these different things, of, you know, all these different West Coast stories that nobody knows here on the East Coast. That's what it's all about, getting to the bottom line, getting to the root, and hopefully making a change, because, hey, the bottom line is this, guys. You don't know your future if you don't understand your past. And that's what we're doing right here on the 006 Podcast, specifically on the XTV East Coast channel. Boy. What's up, bros? This is the New Millennium Podcast. This week, I finally got my first ever West Coast guest. It's going to be none other than G.E. X. I'm talking about Gex. I'm sitting with him. It's a whole lot of fun. I think you're really going to love those one, guys. It was an awesome conversation. One that I've been keeping in my back pocket for a while, but now I think it's finally time. Since it's the new year, I think we're going to start it off right by bringing in my first ever West Coast guest, Gex. He's got some awesome stories. He talks about, how he used to, kind of sound like James, but, how he was kind of differentiated, from James, and, how it was coming up in XTV during that fun-ass time period that everybody reminisces about. So much stories and so much fun with none other than GEX. So tune in to the New Millennium Podcast, where I refuse to give up my rock and roll. Yeah, boy. Well, I look at you as, one of those guys that's the future of XTV. And, it's a whole lot of talk about, certain people saying, "Oh, we want to make XTV better." Listen. Old Joe, I hear what he's talking about. And I respect his cause. And that's what I was saying about with you, like you are a part of that future. Because I can see that happening, XTV becoming more positive. Because as we grow and mature, and Yossi had the office at a tough time, at a real tough time because we lost the game. So, like, it was hard to be effective as a commissioner. She worked with it, and then, she gonna take the blame for whatever goes wrong because, she's the face. You know what I'm saying? So when she's trying to, do her best to fix what she sees need to be fixed, she got a lot of heat for it.
You gotta remember too, she is a woman at the end of the day.
That didn't matter.
No. I'm just saying, so I wish people would ease off on her, like.
No, it don't, because Yossi ain't she's not that kind of woman. She's tough.
But she was pregnant though. It's like it's a lot that goes in. I'm not talking about how she reacts to things. She was a pregnant woman trying to do a job, and the people's cursing at her and saying she's stupid, and even people hitting on her, like punching her.
Yeah, she got into it.
She is a woman, and I think we need to be, and that's what Grandpa Joe's trying to allude to, is like we need to be more respectable as men, right, even as women, some in some regard. And I think that's what he's trying to say, and that's what I was saying with that situation. Like, 'cause I remember, like, when she was commissioner, she really was trying her best. She was pregnant with twins, and she's doing her best job, and people are yelling at her, cursing at her, hitting her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I just say I stay back, and wait my turn, because it's like if I just jump in the forefront and make myself known, it's like it's not going to look right, because that's not who I am. That's not my character. And one thing 90% is taught in all of us on the West is if you're not going to be your true character, you're not going to exist. And my true character is not that. You know what I mean? I stand against that. Like, I can joke. That's why I said at the summer break when I was there, and I was like, yeah, Trap City won, man, we're all that. But, like, it looks corny to somebody else because everybody else is like, fuck, man, and, all this other different stuff.
Yeah, all this other stuff going on.
But I'm not like that.
Yeah, you different.
And even if I don't get successful because of me playing the background is what they call it, it is what it is, you know what I mean? I came here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to show my talent.
Yeah.
But
you got great talents. You got great talents, and I feel like we have yet to see the best of what J Baby has to offer. You know what I'm saying? I definitely don't mean no kind of disrespect or like to put you like you on some kind of lower
Give
level.
me 1 second, Justin. I mean, you can if you want to. Well, let me ask Justin. Chantel's asking if she can come through.
Oh, of course. Sure she can.
Yeah, he says she can.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
All right.
Well, yeah. Hey, this is an impromptu surprise.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. But I want to ask you a question, Terry. Why don't you go and get that? I wanted to ask you, J Baby. The people want to know. I mean, the game has been going ever since 2013. So what have you been doing, ever since, we lost the game? Like, what's been the life of J Baby?
Touring. You know what I mean? Stay touring, going in the studio and stuff like that. And just trying to keep, my talent out there and keep it fresh by just going out there. Like, I'm just always doing something else. I never let something, slow me down. Nothing like that. I just continue to stop smiling.
I'm happy.
I just continue to just, keep myself fresh and not be depressed in the depression, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I hear you. It was a tough time. It was a depressing time. And Terry, who was at that door?
I did that.
Oh my God, it's Shan. You got here fast. Was you waiting outside the whole time?
I was in the limo. If y'all weren't gonna let me in, I would have been sad.
Oh no, you definitely welcome here.
What's up, baby girl? Hey, J baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, impromptu. We got Chantel.
That's right.
Oh my God, This is special because I was gonna, I wanted to interview you by yourself, but this has never happened before.
It is what it is, boo. Hey, Justin, can I get a hug from you too?
Yes, you can. And you smell good.
I smell like every good thing you ever smelled.
So, what's going on with you? Your boyfriend here? He can come in if he want.
Yeah, there you go.
He can come in. He ain't got.
Still mad about what Lucky had said. Yeah. He called me a name. You ain't gotta say it like that. But yeah, ain't that much been going on. Just taking care of kids, handling some bills, getting my hustle on, bitch.
You got kids? How many kids you got?
Oh, I got Bobby's kid. You know what I mean?
The baby Bobby butt?
That Bobby don't take care of, and the cops will be on your ass because you pretending to be in jail and you ain't been paying child support. So yes, they is on your ass. I put that on Justin Podcast.
That's right. Get his ass.
They on your ass.
Get his ass.
Stupid. That's right. You
take care of your kids.
You got a warrant for your arrest. Bitch ass motherfucker. But anyway, that's how I've been handling my life. I just been getting my hustle on. I got my little makeup products out.
Well,
you know what I mean? And I'm doing my thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. I remember when Chantel came in, you know what I mean? Again, I'm a 17-year-old kid, looking at Shan. I'm just like...
How old was you, Shan, when you first came in HTV?
Shit. Motherfucking 20. 21.
You was 20?
Probably like that, around that time, around that age.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, and I came in trying to dress sophisticated. Y'all remember?
I don't remember you being sophisticated. I always thought you was ratchet.
Nah, back when I came in, I used to talk like this. And then sometimes when I got mad, I talk like this.
Yeah, I remember that.
I used to try to keep it classy, try to keep it a little, not ghetto, you know what I mean? Try to stay on the straight and narrow. J Baby did that, so I'm like, oh, since he gonna stay on the straight and narrow, I ain't gotta be straight and narrow. Fuck that shit, bitch. Pop champagne, oh. Pop champagne, oh.
You had great success over here in XTV, and some of your greatest rivalries, man. Let's talk about. We talked about J Baby and Yaki. He feuded. I think he said he feuded with David B Boy, but Shan, you feuded like with pretty much all the girls.
I came in young. Okay, I'm a bad bitch. Let me get that out the way. Bad bitch. And as a result, all the girls was hating on me. Okay, including Miss Thang, whatever her name is. I just came in. I kept it myself. All right. It was her popping off at the mouth.
Who was her? Who's her?
Hosey.
Oh, Yosi.
It was her.
I want to know, what is your beef with Yosi?
She got a big ass mouth. That's what it is. You see, because I heard what y'all was talking about. We all talking about the commissioner and shit.
Yep.
When she was the commissioner, just like when she had a feud with me, she had a big ass mouth. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and it won't get done. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and it won't get done. Same thing with me. She talking this, she going to do this, she going to do this, and then she don't do shit. Yeah, she's just a shit talking, no shit bitch.
I figured that you would be over Yosi by now because you beat her at HTV Mania 12.
She started talking shit after the show. It wasn't a knockout match. Like I can't knock your fat ass out. Washed up, bitch.
I can't believe this. So what's happening nowadays amongst Trap City? I mean, you know, with you guys.
Man, we just really practicing on, you know, just keeping our talent out there, you know, doing things on the side, I should say, you know. As for me, I got my makeup thing going on, you know. I'm trying to get Bobby ass really locked up since he want to be so bad. Can't even take care of his own damn kid. Where's the real niggas nowadays? Right here. You know what I mean? And I just want to do this now. I want to make it special, and it's going to be special. Lucky, I want to battle your ass at XTV Mania.
Oh, shit.
I've been writing my bars for that ass, so I hope you ready.
Man.
3 rounds.
Oh, my God. 3 rounds.
I'm challenging your big ass.
You heard it right here.
This shit special.
You heard it right here. 3 rounds. A challenge to Lucky. Didn't somebody else? I think Lucky going against DT.
Well, he can fight us both.
I thought somebody else was gonna battle Lucky. I can't remember who it was. They was talking about it on Jazz Podcast. This is crazy. I mean, Sharon, you just so outspoken. You got beef with everybody. I gotta tell you. Listen, I don't agree with what you said about you know, keeping to yourself, because it's ever since you jumped on the scene.
No, I ain't. But listen, when I jumped on the scene, Justin, I ain't say nothing to nobody. It was them that had some shit to say about me, and everybody that know Chantel, they know that I'm a round the way girl and I don't take no shit. Okay? You ain't just gonna keep opening your mouth and talking all crazy like I ain't gonna say shit. Alright? Talk that under your breath, you better say it louder. And when you say it louder, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna pop your ass, alright? And now, ever since then, I realized that's the game everybody on. I'm gonna speak up. Look.
I understand. We got some Twitter questions going on. Let's see, Terry, why don't you read some of the stuff off of Twitter?
All right, Sandy666 has a man. That's
she
a bad
name.
Whoa! I don't know. How did I pick that? Why did I pick that?
Read the damn question, Terry.
Ain't that our mama?
It says, B-boy. B-boy's not here.
Terry, pick a question for somebody that's in this room, either Chantel or doggone J Baby.
What about me?
We don't know you yet. Do you even have a name?
Ron.
Name ain't no damn Ron. All right, I got one. And Terry, you know that ain't your voice. You know damn well that ain't your voice. Why are you using somebody else's voice on my podcast? Edit this part out, Martha, please. That's right, I talk like this. Terry Williams. Read the question.
They want to know, how do you deal with all the girls, and do you have a girlfriend, J Baby?
Oh man, I deal with the girls really good. Keep them in my locker room and keep them refreshed. Nah.
So does that mean that you're single?
For the moment I am. You know what I mean? I've talked to a few girls here and there. People thought for the longest I got a girl and I got her pregnant or something. Nah, you know, I'm not ready for all that yet. I just really been living my life, you know what I mean? And been really touring and getting my name out there. I'm married to this game, you know what I mean? Exactly, you tell him that shit. He married to the game, so you hoes need to wait for later. He ain't married no motherfucking hoe. He turned them to no motherfucking house while he doing what the fuck he want to do.
Caleb Winston wants to know, both of you guys, are you coming back to the game?
You damn right. Sorry, J Baby. Oh yeah, of course. You know, whenever it's time, I think everybody's gonna try to come back. But
this would be a perfect time.
The thing is, I think it's only so much space on the game where I think a lot of people that think they're coming back aren't coming back.
It'll be a time for everybody. Everybody get their shot. You know, because some people ain't gonna work out. Sometimes it don't pay off to be a part of that first, you know, brood of people that come in, because
you know, you can
some
ask
of those guys
Payne,
don't work
I
out.
mean, I remember.
It don't matter who he is.
When Payne, no, Too Hot actually. When Too Hot came, because you remember how dominating he was, you know.
He.
And then he put it on the 2010 one, you know,
right,
and
exactly.
he kind of got.
But you see, that's the thing about it. And I was gonna say, you know, with with Yossi back in the days and with 90, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know. Anything could happen, you know. I'm looking forward to brand new stars this year. You know, I don't want to see the same old class. You know, I'm looking forward to some new people, to some more exciting stuff.
Whoever be on that game, if you a girl, you better bring your A game, because I'm telling y'all, this year I'm finna be the best Chantel ever. I'm finna be. I feel like I'm finna just destroy the whole roster. Everybody on there. You know, Yossi better not make her damn self.
Yossi coming
if she
back.
know what's
She coming back.
Better not, because let me tell you, that'll be my first opponent. I snatch that hair right off that heifer head.
Oh my gosh. Could it be Yossi? Listen, Yossi and Chantel at XTV Mania plus Chantel battle?
That'd be crazy. Oh,
I told you. Didn't I tell you? He can't. Get the Terry, I want you to stand by the door. You ain't no good at reading questions. You were supposed to read questions. I was letting you guys talk. Why are you flexing? Terry wear drawers too, ladies and gentlemen. I don't make him wear that. That's just his attire. He wear white drawers. Well, the white wrestling tights.
Monster laughing. Shut your.
That's his buddy. Not there's anything wrong with that. Oh, man, I gotta tell y'all, it's a good time.
Yeah, it's fun.
J Baby, what's the name of your new album?
Sweating. It got me showing my chest and it's glistening with a white tank top. Showing my abs.
Oh, goodness.
You know.
Shan, I mean, you just...
First single is You. You used to love me. Always thinking of me. And now you don't call. That's all I want to play.
That was just lovely. I'm sure the ladies' panties are wet.
No money. What you was gonna ask, Justin?
Hold on now.
Excuse me.
Always great catching up with Jay Baby. You know, I don't know what the hell was going on right there at the end of that interview. It was definitely not a formal closing to an interview. But nonetheless, it was a good time. As you can see there, Chantel came around and, you know, blessed us with her presence. And, you know, it's just good shit. I'm high as a motherfucker, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little upset with my weed, man. He gave me this weed and it's got season and galore. I'm upset by that. You know, I brought the high grade weed. The thing is, I ain't see him when I bought it from him. I just, you know, I got it out of his gas tank. You know how they call weed gas. Never mind, they ain't got nothing to do with it. Just want to thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in every week, and you know, for checking out the East Coast. I'm a little heartbroken, y'all. You know, they was like, "Oh yeah, Justin, you the MVP." I told y'all that some episodes back. I'm like, yeah, man, they named me the MVP of this year already ahead of time. The end of the year came, they gave it to Romy. He, you know, everybody is around here working hard, diligently, you know, for all this extra time, and then Romy just come in, and then just with one damn tape, he just want to blow everybody out the damn water. He ain't do shit. We worked harder. You know how much time it take and effort to prepare notes? He don't sit up there and prepare no notes. He just sit up there and get high. Put in a few YouTube clips. Oh, I'm just joking with you, Romy. You my friend, and I'm happy for you. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, Romy, he couldn't, you know, be on top again." He on top again. He doing his thing. He's a fan favorite. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Check out all of my, you know, ads. You know, I got ads galore for y'all to just check out. Remember what I said. A whole lot of new different guests. This weed, man. This weed. That's why I take maca. So, at least I can finish my sentence. Otherwise, I'll just be like, But maca helped me remember my words. So, although I still talk slow and, my points drag, I do inevitably get to them. Yes, I said inevitably wrong. Said it wrong again. I'm just going to go ahead and close this show before I, embarrass myself anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all. And just bear with me over the next few weeks. Like I told you, we got 90 coming up. Ada, Big Trunk, Steve Maddock, Mike Tenay, Beast, King Kong. We got Jordan Strong and Kareem Strong. Jackson Sonia coming up real soon. So just good stuff. And a whole lot more. It don't stop. 2017 is going to be a beautiful year. And XTV all around. PlayStation coming up. Yeah, man. It just gets better and better. Let the good times roll, ladies and gentlemen. So, as it's cool outside and nice and sunny, I'm about to go ahead and open up these blinds and enjoy the rest of my day. And I hope that you do the same thing. Till next time, this is Ernest Justin Turkey Leg saying goodbye from sunny Florida.